Hello everybody, today we'll be discussing about PMD. PMD is a tool which is used to analyze the source code. So it can be plugged in any of these IDEs or the applications made when Eclipse, NetBeans, JBuilder, Developer or JDE. So in the real-time scenario, we use many kind of tools for analyzing the code. One of the best tools is PMD. So PMD is if you have a real-time project, for instance, to just create a sample one. I just created a sample.java file. So we know everything is fine in this one, but if we run it to the PMD, we can see what are the violations into it, and we can take care of the violations. So to begin that, we need to plug in PMD into Eclipse. So to plug in PMD into Eclipse, we need to go to Help, Install New Software, Add, I would say PMD Eclipse, and in the location I would say pmd.sourceforge.net/Eclipse. This is the repository for the PMD plugin into Eclipse. I would say OK. So PMD would list me the versions that it is available for the Eclipse, and then I would say L3 because that is for the Eclipse 3 that I'm using, and then I would click next. The version that I'm using for the Eclipse is Juno. And this one, select the details, click next. You'll get an agreement, say I accept, and then click finish. Once you click finish, it will give you a warning saying that there is no signed content into it, because PMD doesn't have any, I guess it doesn't have any signed certifications or anything. So we can say OK. So it will just install it. And then once it is installing, Eclipse will ask you to whether you want to restart it. You would say yes, just to make sure everything is installed fine. Once it has installed fine, we would just run it one Java file, and then we would see what are the violations that PMD will show it, and what are the ways to do it. So when you see the open perspective, you see PMD right in here. Click OK. So you can open your Eclipse perspective as PMD. So to run, right click. You see PMD here. When you say PMD, you have the option check code, clear, generate, abstract syntax. These are the options that you have. I say check code with PMD. So it checks all the code. So these are the violations that PMD shows. In a real-time scenario, this would be more helpful. Because if you have interfaces, abstract classes, and if you have methods, whether you're calling from the superclass or not, implementing them or not, so there are a lot of violations. We might just miss them. So for this basic tutorial, see, it's giving me, say, parameter B is not assigned and could not be declared final. So if I double click, it will show me where exactly the error is. Okay, and when I right click, I have options show details, mark as reviewed, remove violation or clear violation. I can say show details. So these are all the details that it will show, and it will even give you an example. Why is it showing an error? How can you resolve it? So this is how this works. Okay, and click OK. So to clear these violations, what you need to do is select all the violations that it says. You have cancel button right in here that removes all the selected versions. Once you remove, all the errors are gone. So this is how we use PMD tool. There are so many other features that you can explore using the PMD into Eclipse. I hope this tutorial is helpful for the beginners. Thank you.